2024. A very important day for the Yoruba people. Mo kí gbogbo wa ní gbogbo ibi tí ẹ bá ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lórí ìkànnì wa tí a mọ̀ sí KOIKIMEDIA, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Please, ẹ bá pín ètò yẹn tó ní time tó pọ̀. It's been a busy day as we continue to bring awareness and as we continue to educate ourselves on the reasons why we are asking for Yoruba nation. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá káàkiri pé a very good evening and welcome. It's coming up to 7 p.m. local time in London, where this transmission will be coming from. It may not share a program here, so we expect many of you to help us to also share the program so that we can also have as many people, to come and join us and listen to what we are saying on this platform. It's very, very important. So, share. Sorry? Yeah, just starting now. Like I say about our share program here, and let us get as many people in as possible.
KOIKIMEDIA, we're bringing the world closer to your doorstep. KOIKIMEDIA, 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 we're bringing the world closer to your doorstep. KOIKIMEDIA, KOIKIMEDIA. ọmọ Yorùbá àtàtà o. Àìdádùn rẹ̀ ọmọ ìjẹ́fẹ́ lẹ́rẹ̀ mi. Ṣé ìlọ máa fi dìbò ọ̀bẹ mọ́lẹ̀ o? Ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa ń dé máa dé máa dé. Ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa wọ̀ máa wọ̀ máa wọ̀. Igbó máa wọ̀ lájòjì ò gbọ́dọ̀ wọ̀. Àjòjì tó bá wọ̀ bẹ̀ á bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní bọ́ra. Ẹ̀yin lọ máa náwó òyìnbó tó dé. Ìgbà tó yìnbó dé o, owó náà dẹ́kun pọ̀ sí o. Koiki Media sáwà ní bàbá. KOIKIMEDIA àwọn ní bàbá. Àdáńtọ́ àtúnpèrè nílé. Àwa là ń gbé tò lárugẹ jẹ́ ká jọ gbọ́ wọ́. Àtúnjà fẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ wa fẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ọmọ Òdùwà ni wá o, pọ́npọ́npọ́npọ́. Ikú tó ṣe bí lébi òsì, àdéhùn bàbá iyọ̀. We bring you one closer to your doorstep. Afẹ́fẹ́ tó fẹ́ òun tó kàn ní oko lára ni. Àgbèrègbèdè Olódùmarè ló fún wa sí. Gbogbo ayé ẹ gbọ́, àwa ní bàbá o. Ẹ máa kọ̀ wá ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà ni wá o. Òtútù alágbèdá ni òtítọ́ lágbèdá ni. Àfisọ́dalẹ̀, àfisọ́dìkìtà. Àgọ́tàn, àgọ́pẹ̀rẹ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀. KOIKIMEDIA, we bring you one closer to your doorstep. KOIKIMEDIA is around. Is around, oh. Ladies and gentlemen, ẹ̀mú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹgbẹ́ tí ẹ̀kọ́ ìdójúkọ. Ladies and gentlemen, ẹ̀mú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹgbẹ́ tí ẹ̀kọ́ ìdójúkọ. KOIKIMEDIA is around. KOIKIMEDIA.
Mo kí gbogbo wa pé a very good evening and welcome to our transmission as we, what do you want? She's not here. As we start the program, we give thanks to the creator, we give thanks to everyone, and we say good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the live transmission. Adúpẹ́ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá nílé àti ní gbogbo ibi tí olúkálùkù wa bá wà.
Ọlọ́run ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún mi o. Gbogbo nǹkan tó lọ fún bàbá mi láì kú. Bàbá mi ò tí ì fi ọ̀dà mẹ́sàn-án fún mi ń bẹ̀. Ó kọ̀ mí ju bàbá mi lọ. Mo wà ní bọ́lá. Mo lọ sí bàbá mi. Tó dúpọ̀ tó wù ní mọ́ ọmọ dàkọ̀ mọ́ nìkan. Àyídàkẹ́ sọ ń dáadáa. Tàbí kẹ́ sọ ń burúkú ẹ̀ lásọ̀ kan. Omi lọ́lọ́ fún. Ẹ̀mí ìbá sì kú. Ìgbà sí mi sí. Ọlọ́run ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún mi o. Gbogbo nǹkan tó lọ fún bàbá mi láì kú. Bàbá mi ò tí ì fi ọ̀dà mẹ́sàn-án fún mi ń bẹ̀. Ó kọ̀ mí ju bàbá mi lọ. Mo wà ní bọ́lá. Mo lọ sí bàbá mi. Tó dúpọ̀ tó wù ní mọ́ ọmọ dàkọ̀ mọ́ nìkan. Àyídàkẹ́ sọ ń dáadáa. Tàbí kẹ́ sọ ń burúkú ẹ̀ lásọ̀ kan. Omi lọ́lọ́ fún. Ẹ̀mí ìbá sì kú. Ìgbà sí mi sí.
Èyí ni ọjọ́ kọ́kọ́ nínú oṣù keje, yeah, the 7th month of 2024. As we know, it's a very, very important day, so a kàn dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run ni pé èròǹgbà àwọn Fúlàní ò ṣẹ lórí wa, and that's all we can do, and we just continue the fight. That's all. You know, there's not much to say. Ọlọ́run ti bá wa borí ẹ̀. So all we need to focus now is what needs to be done so that we can continue to have discussion Whether you believe in Yoruba nation, you don't believe in Yoruba nation, it doesn't matter. Awala Jenyi, Awala Pada Jakara Buhari. What Buhari wanted to do was to make us to cry every year like this, so that Kajade kama sunkún pé ẹ̀rí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ọdún kẹta sẹ́yìn. Adúpẹ́ fọlọ́run. Mo kí brother mi Saheed Ire, gbogbo ẹni tó bá fẹ́ sọ́pọ́tì ìyàwó Àdògán àti ìyàwó Alhaji Fatai àti ó dà ń pé àti kòkòrò ẹ kàn sí Saheed Ire, a sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe lè support wọn officially. It's voluntary. They are very important people that we will remember. Àwọn èèyàn tó kú náà wà kò ń ṣàwọn nìkan, but Adogan was murdered on the 1st of July 2021 pẹ̀lú Alhaji Fatai. So ẹ má send owó sí mi, ẹni tó bá fẹ́ support ẹ pè mí, máa fún yín nọ́mbà Saheed Ire, á fún yín ní account number tí wọ́n máa fi support wọn. I endorse it. He's doing very well, and I think that is the most important thing. So mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí pé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ìkànnì wa. Let us remember them in prayer. Let us remember every one of us as well. Mo mọ̀ pé láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà Ọlọ́run kúkú á túbọ̀ gbàdúrà wa ju bí ó ṣe wà lọ nísìn. Àwọn tó ní kò ní bọ́ sí àní láti bá yín ágíù, òmùgọ̀ ló máa bá yín ágíù pé Yorùbá nation máa bọ́ sí kò ní bọ́ sí. Nígbà tó ń jàjà independent Nàìjíríà, àwọn kan agree, àwọn kan náà wọ́n agree. Ọ̀rọ̀ ilé ayé nìyẹn. So we are not here to beg anybody. When the right time comes, you know, people will beg, you know, for the freedom. Ṣèbáwá là ń bẹ̀yìn nísìn. How are you doing, MK Cypher Films, my brother? And how's the family? So for now, whether you like it or not, that country go break. It's as simple as that. Even if you don't break, into my break, oti farahàn díẹ̀. So Buhari wanted to kill Igboho, you know. Ó rò pé tóun bá pa Igboho, you know, if he kill Igboho on the 1st of July, because he's asking for the right of his people. Can I have water, please? I need drinking water, please. Yes, anyone, yes. I need to use it to hold my... So, àníyàn ẹ̀ ni pé take him out. If possible, take this one out as well. And then that means you've eliminated Yoruba nation. But that failed. So, you know, yes, I mean, we lost 2 important people on that day. And 11 people were taken away, you know. But agba wọn padà now. We fought to take them back. That shows how powerful Yoruba people are. They thought they could take them and lock them away. Ìyàtọ̀ àwa àtàwọn ìyà kejì wa nìyẹn. But in táwọn ìyà wa kejì máa ṣe fún Nàìjíríà, ó máa ju títí wa lọ. The Biafra will fight guerrilla warfare and they will defeat Nigeria. That I can assure you. Nigeria will not be able to defeat the Biafra in a guerrilla warfare. The British could not defeat the IRA in a guerrilla warfare. So, àwa ń fi brain ṣe, à ń fi ọgbọ́n, a fi ń tò. We were able to take back the people that were sent to Abuja. Adúpẹ́ fún Lady K. You know, I believe the video of Lady K is in one of my other laptops. So we will just crack on in the program because I'm using a mobile studio.
Oh, you need to hold your phone.
No, it's okay. Thank you, my boy. So that means that in the next probably an hour, I will have to vacate this confinement until I have my own permanent studio. The Nigba studio, so it's better for me to manage what I have. So tó bá tẹ́ lọ́rùn bí ṣe ń ṣe, you have every right to go and watch CNN. Bí a CNN ló máa sọ Yorùbá nation fún ẹ. Bí a BBC ló máa sọ Yorùbá nation fún ẹ. So wherever we are within the confinement of my studio, just enjoy it. Don't worry about the background. Enjoy it. Tó bá wá tẹ́ lọ́rùn, like I said, I don't have to curse you. You can find yourself into CNN àti BBC. Bí àwọn ló máa sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation fún yín. àwa la máa polongo Yorùbá nation fúnra. I've just come out of a meeting. Mo ṣe ń yan fún yín ni o. It is not yet official, but on this platform, which is our own platform, right? I'm raise owó fún the coming of Igboho to London. Let me make this clear. Farabalẹ̀ kó gbọ́ máa sọ ní English máa gbọ́ ní sọ ní Yorùbá. Gbogbo èrò kọ́ ni mo pè. I am not calling everybody. I am only calling the people that want to, that are loyal on this platform. Ojú mi dáadáa. Ẹ̀gbọ́n tí mo fẹ́ sọ dáadáa o. This is an independent platform. Eléyìí ò ń ṣe Orúwá Ògìrìwá. This platform, wọ́n pè ní Koiki, ó gbọ́ pé KOIKIMEDIA is an independent platform. Ohun tó bá wù mí mo lè ṣe lórí ẹ̀. Ẹ̀tọ́ mi ni, right mi ni. So October ni birthday olóyè. Àmọ́ bó ṣe máa dé UK, àwọn committee kan tí ń ṣiṣẹ́ lé lórí. I've just come out of the meeting. Every week launch a meeting, and the whole program is being prepared. But the official announcement will be coming from the Yoruba World Media. So what we are going to do on this platform, KOIKIMEDIA, we will raise as much as what we can raise. You okay? Fún Olóyè Igboho coming to UK. Má wá dáwó yẹn kó wá bí mi pé kí la fowó ṣe. Má dáwó yẹn nígbà yẹn. It's not by force. It's not compulsory. But ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá feel pé you want to support the coming on KOIKIMEDIA, wọ́n sì máa béèrè owó lọ́wọ́ yín o, àwọn committee o, but lórí KOIKIMEDIA tó bá ti wá send owó yẹn wá ní Koiki Igboho coming to London, so màá lè mọ̀ pé òun ni. So that, for those of you that are very loyal to this platform, and that has already started. So tẹ́ bá ti ń ṣe ẹ jẹ́ kí n mọ̀, ẹ má mix ẹ, make sure pé reference ẹ pé that is for Igboho coming to London. On KOIKIMEDIA, I have not put a price tag on it, but we are raising the money already. Má wá bí mi lẹ́yìn pé kí ló fi fowó yẹn ṣe. I will not answer you. Má wá bí mi pé account owó yẹn àfihàn tó fi ṣe. I will not answer you. So àwọn ọlọ́pọlọ ni mo bá sọ̀rọ̀, because àwọn ọlọ́pọlọ dídín wọ́n wà láàrin wa àtàgbàlagbà. Because I realized that most of you that went to Onitiri, ọlọ́pọlọ dídín ni. So today is the 1st of July. We are just grateful. I didn't call Igboho until Nigeria. Some of you will be lucky. Mr. Koiki, me not favor chief sọ̀rọ̀. And I only me late thanking so no. So I sent him a message in the morning. He sent me a message with the Onikilo website. I read it. Nípa títì Nigeria, one of the honorable, lamenting and complaining about the bad roads in that shithole country. Then I sent him a message as well, just to tell him that we love him, we appreciate him for being there for us. Because truly and truly, apart from pé bàbá Akíntóyè dúró pẹ̀lú wa, bàbá lòun jẹ́, Igboho ló dúró tiwa. I'm serious. Iba Gani Adams, we called him, he did not even fulfill the mission and the vision. Osaloni. So, ẹni tó bá wá ní Igboho pé àwa máa fi ta yín. No. A lè fi Igboho ta yín. A lè fi ta yín. We will love him because mo sọ fún yín pé the north, ẹni tó bẹ̀rù jù òun ni Igboho. Wọ́n mọ̀ pé òun ló lè sọ fún mi nísìnyí pé lọ sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí táwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ máa react sí. Wọ́n mọ̀ pé òun ló máa sọ̀rọ̀ táwọn èèyàn máa gbọ́n tó máa sọ. And they are being very, very careful. Let's play the anthem and crack on. Buhari, ojúmọ́ tiẹ̀, 1st of July. àwọn kan dẹ̀rọ̀ bọ́ ti pa sínú ilé ni. I told you that 1st of July I was privileged to be with Igboho on that fateful day. After the whole incident, we were together. Emma Kaitoku nínú ìwé mi is classified. Igboho ṣá máa nífẹ̀ẹ́ kú ni. Wallahi tallahi summa billahi la ilaha illa máa nífẹ̀ẹ́ kú. Ibi tó bá ń lọ ni mò ń tẹ̀lé ẹ lọ. Wherever you're going, that is where I am going with you. I don't care whatever anybody says. I will stand shoulder to shoulder with you. I remember when a call came from the north during the time I was in Nigeria, and they were asking, who is this man, Igboho? And we told them that he's just an ordinary human being. Only know. I told you that Sultan of Sokoto, Bishewa live by this thing, they monitored the whole discussion here. Because to them, they believe that Igboho ló sọ̀rọ̀, then bá ti wà lórí life. But one thing we are grateful is that they expected Igboho to fight back on the 1st of July. Of a tested Raja, we will fight back. So they were shocked that Igboho did not fight back. They were very shocked. Because it was not necessary for the fight. Because it was not necessary. Moki Mr. Wisdom. Ekushesa. Mwaki Bubomo Yoruba. Those that are still faithful. I am not talking about those that have walked away. That could not even attempt Ishanoto Anule Igboho, Isheto Leshe. They thought they could break the camel's back, but they couldn't. They couldn't. They tried. So that's why we have to love him and we appreciate him. And we will never stop loving him. It doesn't matter what people say about Igboho. It doesn't matter. Lè bá lórúkọ jẹ́. Lè tarnish image ẹ̀. Akigboho akí àwọn ìyàwó ẹ̀. They are women that stood with him. And we are grateful to many of you that also stood with him, especially during those rough, difficult times. And we are just appreciating him more and more. So I haven't got much to say than just to be grateful. That's all. Because when in Toba Dupete, Ari Migba, Muki Arole Tente, and many of our medias that have been out,
bàbá jẹ́ mọ́láyé. Àbá Màtáì, ọmọ wọn nígbà wo máa rà nílé ọmọ alágbà lóde. Mùsùlùmí olóòótọ́ oníwìrì ní òdodo. Ẹ̀rọ wákàtí márùn-ún rẹ̀ kì í já létí. Ó di ìgbére ọmọ wọn nígbà wo máa rà nílé ọmọ alágbà lóde nílé ọmọ àtàpẹ́tẹ́ wọn nú omi. Ọmọ kékeré wo ló ń sọ̀yà? Ìsọ̀yà ọ̀rẹ́ rẹ̀ bàbá wa níbàrà ní omi kò sí ní kan sí wa lẹ́nu. Ìgbòho ọmọ òkúta mẹ́ta Ìgbòho. Ọ̀kan ṣe wá dàbọ̀ ọ̀kan ní ká mọ́ rọra ká mọ́ rọra. Ọkàn yòókù nígbà tó mọ̀ kó o mọ̀ rẹ́ kí ló dé kó o mọ̀ rẹ́ sí oní ìbéèrè. Ó tún di jẹ́ ní bá jẹ́ ni ó tún di jẹ́ yẹn bá jẹ́ yẹn ó di wéré o. Iwájú tẹ ìdojú kan kó mọ̀ máa sòrò. Àtògán ẹ̀yìn jáde sílẹ̀ mọ́mọ́ bàjẹ́ mọ́. Àwọn ọmọ jáde sílẹ̀ wó yàn ju wá tó gbọ́ ọmọ. Àwọn ọmọ yìí wọ́n sì di rúdìgbà láyé ń bí o. Àtó mẹ́ta ni mo mọ̀ táyẹ̀dì tí wọ́n fi tọ̀nà ojú wúwo ni. Ó ní tọ̀nà ojú wúwáyà àtàwọn ọmọ láyé bí. Ọ̀kan ti rọ o, ọ̀kan sì ti rò rere. Ọ̀kan yòókù ni wọ́n fi tọ̀nà ojú wúwo ni. Ẹ̀bẹ̀ lábẹ́ ayé tí wọ́n mọ̀ tọ̀nà ojú wúwo wọn nítorí wọ́n ti lóyún. Ọmọdé kò ní mo ìsẹ́nu kóró ju àgbàlagbà kò ní mo ìsẹ́nu kó kí wọ́n mọ̀ yìí. Ọmọdé lórí wọn lónìí kí wọ́n mọ̀ yọ̀ fún wọn ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lọ́mọdé yọ̀ mẹ́yẹ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀. Olúwa láwùjọ yìí méjèèjì lóde ọ̀run kó máa bá yín. Gbogbo tẹ́ẹ̀fì sílẹ̀ ò ní bàjẹ́ mọ́ láyé. Àdìsá ikú tàbí ọkùnrin ogun. Ọmọ lọ́wọ́ ta ọ̀rẹ́ yẹn ò ní. Ìgbà ọdún bí ọdún kan ni. Wà pẹ́ láyé bí ewé àpẹ́. Wà dára lẹ́wà bí ọ̀sùn. Òní kò gbé owó. Torájú mọ́ kò bẹ̀rù dé wérere. Owó ìwọlé ajé. Owó ni wọ́n lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. Iyọ̀ ìwọlé olókùn. Owó ni wọ́n lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. Òjò ṣú. Òjò yìn. Oníkọ́mọ alákọ̀ọ́mọ́gbẹ̀mọ. Àdìsá ó dolú tìrá. Àgádágodo tìrá. Ìwọ̀ tí bẹ lẹ́nu eku ní tìrà mẹ́kù lẹ́nu. Ìwọ̀ tí bẹ lẹ́nu ẹja ní tìrà mẹ́ja lẹ́nu. Fúnra sáwùrù ní tilẹ̀kùn mọ́ra rẹ̀. Ọwọ́ bọ́tẹ́lì ọ̀tá rẹ̀ bá gbé ara wọn ni kí wọ́n máa fi dùn kẹ́bọ̀ ọpẹlẹ́bọ̀ àgbàdì ọ̀pá lára àti láyé bí.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká dúpẹ́ fún brother wa Mr. Wisdom tí wọ́n bá wa compile that very powerful memory for the late legends that were both murdered on the 1st of July 2021. Mo kí gbogbo wa pé happy new month, and let's just be grateful that their expectation failed on that day. We thought we were conquered, but we could have been more conquered. Tó bá yẹ pé wọ́n rí interface ní 1st of July, tó bá yẹ pé wọ́n rí ṣe, we could have been conquered. That's what most Yoruba people don't know. Because this was the hit target. But for long, that could accomplish it. So, I mean, it's a day that we will remember, and it will be a official bank holiday when we eventually have our own independent country. You can argue that there will not be a Yoruba nation, but there will not be Nigeria, but there will be a Yoruba nation. That, for me, I know. How soon is what we don't know. Kò sí bàbá ńlá ẹni náà tó lè dá dúró. Not even America. I purposely mention America all the time because it's a very powerful country. UK cannot stop it. When we are ready, those two countries will remove their own citizens out of Nigeria and allow us to decide our fate. That's all. So if you think that those two countries would not allow us, they can't. Nigeria doesn't have what it takes to stop it, but what they wanted to do on the 1st of July was to stop it by eliminating these targets. But they forgot that this is a different energy that is pushing this movement. They thought it's one of those their corrupt system that they could just buy off. But they couldn't. They tried. They couldn't. And that's what makes us different. So let's just be doing what we are doing. And let's see how things unfold itself. Whatever their vision and mission on the 1st of July did not happen, did not work. The Yorubas are taught that we were the blockage. I am not reading any comments because I'm not putting on my glasses. I'm just speaking freely. So Mokibu Bolen Konsi. Oh yes, 1st of July is going to be official bank holiday. There's no doubt about that. And that house will become an official museum in the future. That location. People have fought in the past, to liberate people. And those that they want to liberate say they don't want to be liberated, which is exactly what we faced with this movement. The people that we want to liberate say, no, we don't want to be liberated. Just leave us alone. Mokitaiwo Thomas, Mokyomo Boriowo, Mokiarole Tenten, and all the medias that have spoken and the one that will speak today. Jerikwe Nigeria did not even bother to talk about it. But imagine if Igboho was killed, they will be talking about it today. Tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n rí Igboho pa ní 1st of July 2021 by Yemi Osibajo, that bomb bastard shotman devil olórí burúkú tó ní ṣoríire, àti Buhari dead or alive. Tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n rí Igboho pa, the whole paper today will be talking about it. But because the agenda won't fail, they are not going to talk about it. Did any people talk about Igboho today? That Igboho's house was attacked because the mission failed. It failed. So they're not going to talk about it. They're not going to talk about it because it failed. So, because ẹni tó fi lọ pa, Ọlọ́run lòun ràgàbò, so bá lè ṣe fi pa. Àwọn kan rò pé one supernatural power ni, no. Ọlọ́run lòun ràgàbò. Maybe some of you don't know how much time Igboho spent reading the Bible. Ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ lẹ́nu mi àbí? Okay. So Ọlọ́run ràgàbò kí lẹ wá ń sọ. The Yorubas that should have supported it, only we were one of those that wants to block Tinubu from becoming the president. We are all looking now. We are all there looking and waiting. Remember Sister Ellen Sorolano? Yeah, she called me. And she was asking me some very deep personal question, which is not for public consumption. And I said to her that people are just waiting for us to come out so they can also take advantage and destroy and steal, because kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ lead wọn. Kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ lead wọn, or they fẹ́ lead ara wọn jáde. You all know that. Kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ lead wọn, àwọn ò dẹ̀ lè lead ara wọn jáde. That is the reason why everything is stuck. I'm talking about in Yoruba land today. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ lead wọn, wọ́n dẹ̀ lè lead ara yín jáde. Do you understand what that means? So that's why everybody is saying, Agbo Yoruba Nation, because they're expecting us to come out and they can take advantage. Because they can't go out. You can't. None of you can go out. Hey, Leshe. So your expectation now is Koiki Joe, kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan. But I was begging you all 3 years ago. I was begging everybody 3 years ago. I was castigated. I said, I was castigated and called names. So right now, lè jáde fúnra yín. Because ẹ bá jáde fúnra yín, tí kò sí backing àlàyé yìí níbẹ̀, Tinubu gan ni take yín serious. Tinubu lásọ̀rọ̀ tó o bá gbọ́ pé Igboho ló wà behind it, kò ní take yín serious. That is even how powerful it is today. Because that is the real deal. Ewé lè tàn ṣe lórí social media, mo sọ fún yín pé 3% ni. Ẹni tó ní 7% ẹ̀, tọ́lọ́run sọ pé òun ló ní 7% ẹ̀, òun ni arákùnrin. That is why everywhere is quiet. Because sọ fún anybody pé kó jáde. Tó bá jáde, ó jáde on your own. But lè jáde. Lè jáde now. Ìjáde tẹkọ̀ jáde, take advantage NLC. NLC dẹ̀ ti gbowó. Wọ́n ti look after wọn. Ó wá kó bóòlù ọ̀ya mi. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́. Kan náà àwọn youth wa kan pè. Ó kọ̀ bẹ̀ mọ́ ní Mr. Koiki ẹ̀jẹ̀ jẹ́ kí n gbọ́hùn ship lẹ́nu. Kò tẹ̀ mọ́gbà tí ship bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ̀rọ̀ tí mo connect ẹ̀. Kò mọ̀ bí a kò ń sunkún ni. Kò mọ̀ bí a kò ń máa jó ni. It's accessible. But he has the key to make things happen. But a sọ pé Andrew de Gani Adams àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́, Andrew de Gani Adams ibà àbáwọn Andrew de, I don't know who you're waiting for. Iba Gani Adams cannot call the shot. You okay? Good boy. Just lie down that side. If you want to.
You want more mathematics?
You're doing mathematics. So So IPA is not going to lead anybody out. It's not. Ẹni tó lè make gbogbo wa ká wà under one formation ká dẹ̀ push out. Just leave it on the bed. You're going to bed now?
Yeah.
All right.
Like that.
Love you, sweet dream. You can turn the light off and close the door.
How
I would,
big
I'm
is
not.
light?
I would. No, not my light. The corridor light. Turn my light back on. So, good night.
Love you.
I love you more.
How big night?
I'll do. I'll drop you in the morning tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. So, you know what? I just want to let us understand that the federal government knows that our uniform together is the real deal. But Dupo Onitiri wanted to divide it so that the strength can become weak. So what we need to do now is just regroup again. And regroup. And regroup. It could take 1 year, 2 years to regroup. Don't ask me why. Kakolo regroup again. And then we push out again. That's all I can say. I am not here to tell you that there will not be 2027. I told you that we should not have 2023. Tó bá yẹ pé gbọ́ sí mi lẹ́nu based on in tèmi rí lẹ́yìn tó bá yẹ kí gbogbo yín gbọ́ sí mi lẹ́nu ni àti débì kan tí Nàìjíríà gan máa mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run wà lẹ́yìn wa. But I was just being looked at as you sit down in London. I told you I was coming back home. Debani Musaloni said, yes, you fight for another day. Because you were not ready. Nobody was ready. So we will have to wait and allow the gods of the Yoruba land to give us the directive before we push out again. So let's just go and regroup. Have those meetings, continue whatever we are doing. On our platform, we keep the awareness going. There's a lot to still talk about. There's a lot to cover. It's a syllabus. So we have a new syllabus, 95 page. We're in the 6th week. So I didn't touch anything. That one we run to the end of the year with all the prophecies coming out. I don't know what is going to happen in Nigeria. Prophecies person. So, but I just know that we should just continue what we are doing and wait for whatever is going to happen. And let's monitor things. On Saturday, if I'm right, there was a bomb blast in Borno State by the Boko Haram. Moke Aluka. That's Soroleni Aluka. So, Kako Dupe Folon pé expectation Sultan of Sokoto failed on July 1st. Pẹ̀lú àwọn Yorùbá tó bá wọn kú kẹ̀ bàbá délé àmúmọ́lẹ̀ gbogbo ètùtù táwọn ṣe Ọlọ́run ní òun lòun ní ẹ̀mí ẹ̀. So gbogbo ètùtù yẹn fail. So we're just grateful. That's all I can say. I am just grateful that we still have Chief with us. That's all I can say. You know, because he's with us and the gods are with us. The Christian God is with us. The Muslim God is with us. And our own tradition is with us. That's all. And we wait and see. So my again can contribute to yellow. You know, and regroup by the same. And don't now declare country. You've seen that it's a failure. They've messed up. And rather than them to come out and apologize, we messed up, we fucked up. They are still out there telling you that I want to take back country. Chefi power le jáde ní rojo yẹn. Tó bá jẹ́ power la jáde ní rojo yẹn. tó bá yẹ pé àwa la jáde ní irújọ́ táwọn jáde yẹn kéèyàn yín rò pé máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Just think about it. That's why we're telling you that ọ̀rọ̀ tá a gbé dání kò ń ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ ṣeré-ṣeré. Don't let me block you, white maid. I know you're a Biafra. Don't let me block you. Keep your word to yourself. We are not children on this platform. Because I know you're a Biafra and respect this platform. Just like I do respect your platform when I'm there. So, ẹ ká túbọ̀ máa create awareness. Ẹni tẹ́ bá sọ fún tó bá náà wọ́n fẹ́ Yorùbá nation fi sílẹ̀. Ẹ yẹ kó máa ṣe PC. Èèyàn kan bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ láti Ìkòròdú lánàá. Ta ló mọ Voice of Nigeria? How many people know Voice of Nigeria? Do you know that they have a big, massive outlet in Ikorodu? What if he had Jawapa? The whole place was completely brought down to his knees by the former DG of Voice of Nigeria. Mo mọ̀rúkọ ẹ̀ lórí nísìn. Òun ni Jonathan fi síbẹ̀. Ìgbà tí Tinubu dé nísìn ni Tinubu ti gbọ́n yọ. And my laptop is too far away. I can't be touching my hand, so because like I said, it's a mobile studio. The way everything is set up is different from our usual downstairs. So what I'm just trying to explain to us is that what they've done is to make sure that we are not going to succeed. We are not going to succeed. And if we don't succeed as people, our strength, they are weakening it on a daily basis. Ẹ wá imagine tó bá yẹ pé wọ́n yọ strength kúrò lọ́wọ́ wa. A ní strength wa ni, but òun gan gbà pé òun àwa ní strength àwa. Òun ní strength wa. Òun tún wá sọ pé Ọlọ́run ní strength gbogbo wa. A máa correct wa. Because Ọlọ́run ló gbé ní àjọ ìdúró. Ó ju ọgbọ́n wa lọ. Ó ju òye wa lọ. I don't think some of you know that what we are doing is indirectly à ń kojú federal government. And it's a big task. So some of you think that ìjà abẹ́lé là ń jà. Maybe that's the way some of you are looking at it. Maybe ìgbà tó yẹ pé à ń jà ìjà abẹ́lé. We are fighting monsters that have held to us. Wọ́n ti bí bàbá èèyàn kan dá kó lọ dánrùn kan tí Igboho dánwò in the last 3 years. Gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ. Ẹni tó bá bí bàbá ẹ̀ dá kó lọ dánwò. Ẹni tó máa ń wọ́ bí bàbá òun dáadáa kó lọ dánrùn kan tó dánwò. Kó wà nínú ilé ẹ̀ kó dẹ̀ máa operate bá ṣe ń operate ní Ìbàdàn for 3 years kó tó di pé wọ́n fi wá attack ẹ̀. Remember that I was operating from that house for 6 months. Kò sí nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ sọ tán. Because what we were doing has nothing to do as a coup d'etat. We were just operating just like the Scottish are doing today. Ṣé àwọn àwọn Scottish nílé tó ti ń operate jẹ́ pé government kò lè lọ bust ibẹ̀ kó attack wọn because kò ń ṣe pọ́n fi gbàjọba lọ́wọ́ Britain. The rights tó ń lò yẹn ó wà lábẹ́ òfin àgbáyé. But lọ́kàn àwọn kan nígbà yẹn bí àtẹ́ pé àwọn operate military kan nínú ilé Ìgbòho. And if you believe all the lies cooked by the DSS, ṣé ni wọ́n ṣe ń parọ́ mọ́yàn ni? Innocent people will be taken off the street wá kó bọ́n síwájú ẹ̀. Ìyẹn wọ́n ṣe ní òtí náà ká máa sọ pé irú Ìgbòho gbogbo ìbọn tán ní lọ́mọ lọ. Do you know how many weapons was found at in Lagos? Ṣé Lagos lọ́nà ti mú àbí Port Harcourt? Go on my page. Go on Sarah Reporter. Ṣáwa náà la kó yẹn wọlé. Ọ̀tọ̀ ní tó ní wọ́n rí ní Rivers State ní last week. As of today, weapon came from Turkey. I don't know whether it was today or yesterday, but I saw the news today. Container loads of weapon. And then people say that what Igboho is doing is like, he's fighting the government. We're not fighting the government. We're just telling the government our right. And I imagine when, people come out and say, Kilo shetani konshiri. Any kidadi you wash the same thing now. Any kidadi you wash Igboho shetani konshiri. Come and do it. If you can, if your dad can do it, then let them try it. Let them start tonight. Because he has proven himself. And he's still proving himself as we speak tonight. So, 1st of July is just for us to be grateful. But Ọlọ́run dojú tì wá. Shows that all the prayers of our mothers were answered. Because into bawa onkolo bapada. And I remember when Chief came on the 1st and we met, I kept looking at him and asking, what the hell? After seeing the whole how the house was damaged and the pool of blood, and he kept saying to me, "Do not worry, there's nothing." We say me too, mama. We can see your corner now, because I was feeling the pain of him. Especially, I don't think some of you understand who Adugon is. Elimo. I'll have to do another program entirely for him. Not to talk of his uncle. So, kidney Kotoshi. What was his offense? Many crime that has been committed in Nigeria, our Tanshi Yoruba nation, we have not even done any of such. Ṣòwò tó ń ẹ̀wọ̀n kí tó bá yẹ pàwọ́ lówó jí dáadáa nínú Nàìjíríà tówó yẹn wà lọ́wọ́ mi ni intan sọ àti kúrò ní stage yẹn tó bá yẹ pa rí owó jí báwọn ṣe ń jí owó yẹn làwọn náà rí bí kan tá a fi jí ta rí owó yẹn jí tó wà lọ́wọ́ mi tó wà ní kápá mi owó ló fi ń jagun. Kí lẹ rò pé Israel ṣe ń bẹ Amẹ́ríkà pé àwọn ò lè jàjà ìtàn tá a bá rí owó ló fi ń jagun. Owó òun ló fi ń ja ogun, and whatever that ogun means to you, it could be media war, propaganda war, or the real war. Owó ni. So what they knew was that wọ́n mọ̀ pa àlówó yẹn lọ́wọ́. Ṣé wọn pé wọ́n ti release account chief? I don't think some of you know that. Now you know. Do you know that all his account was completely shut down? Ṣe bóun rówó fi operate láti máa fi ṣe movement. When we take off that out of you, then how will you operate? Ṣé ìmọ̀ yẹn tó wà lákàntì chief tó jẹ́ personal owó ẹ̀ tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé báyìí ní sèta ìtìrì gbà? Ìṣèbò olówó ló fi ń ṣe movement tó máa náà rẹpo sí gbogbo mọ́tò wọn tó máa fún àwọn kan lówó kọ́ lọ́ máa prepare oúnjẹ, ra omi, prepare feast tabadé láti rally, which all kò tí sẹ́ni kankan tó lè jáde pé a jáde lọ sí rally apá ọlọ́pàá kan. Chief called me most of the time and said to me, òun mọ̀ pé mi náà pé òun bẹ̀ wá ni. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn náà wọ́n ní family, ìyà ń jẹ wọ́n bó ṣe ń jà wá náà ni. Nobody must go out and attack any security operatives. That was the instruction he would deliver to me personally himself. Ahead of, it doesn't matter how small the rallies were across Yoruba land. Even our rally kan wà tẹ́ pé àgbé life tó kọ̀ jẹ́ pé bí awareness door to door, door to door. It was continuously telling me that no security operative must be attacked throughout the rally. But lẹ́ni ní sàṣì ń gbọ́ táwọn kan ní pé apá ọlọ́pàá ẹni kọ́ fún wa evidence ọlọ́pàá tàpá àti sójà. They can't because there's no evidence. They don't have the evidence because there's no evidence to prove that. But they just wanted to tarnish the image of Chief. Kó lè sọ pé apààyàn ni, just like bí Ìbà Gani Adams ṣe sọ pé apààyàn ni. Can you imagine that? So torí pé olóyè gbé Yorùbá nation dání nísìn, gbogbo wa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wa tọ́ sí lẹ́nu. Àtẹni tí kò tó láti sọ̀rọ̀ sólóyè á wà lórí social media, á kọ̀ sọ oríṣiríṣi sí Chief. But pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, and he monitors everything that is happening online. That is what amazed me. Sometimes I remember when I was there in Soka, in the little, big whole chalet Longway, kitchen, toilet, bathroom, everything was there that he gave me for my own personal use. He would just open the door and he would lie down on the bed and they say, coordinator, and they will be knocking the door that people are, and we will lie down on the bed there and he will go on and on, we will discuss, and he will be telling me that this article, some people thought they cannot read. Do you imagine that? And I laugh. Do you know how many articles he reads on a daily basis? Well, because he decided to put himself out there in the public domain for the Yoruba people, and we dragged him to the mud, which is what the North are happy. But yes, do you know that the Northerners are happy with such kind of statements? Just like some of you are doing as well, online and offline. Because to you, we drag him to the mud, and then they now prepare themselves and came for the invasion on the 1st of July. But what about we pay Ọlọ́run ṣì wà? Ọlọ́run tó lẹ̀mí ẹ̀ ó ṣì ń bẹ. And we're grateful to everyone that was in the house on that fateful day, apart from the 2 people that we lost. And it's not like the 2 people fought them back. They didn't fight. But they just wanted to prove that since they were in the house for the invasion and the person that they couldn't meet up was no longer there, maybe they should kill everybody. And they were told that a video is already circulating, which is from Lady K. And they took Chief wife along with them, but she was dropped along the line because they didn't even know that it was Chief's wife. But they decided that Lady K must go with them all the way to Abuja. Out of all the women that was in the house, the cook, the house help, So káṣá dúpẹ́ fọlọ́run, that's all I can say. And we're grateful that those of us that still stood our ground, they are still wondering how are we managing with all these that has happened in the last 3.5 years. And I remember Professor Banji Akintoye said he will not leave Benin Republic until Chief is released. And that's exactly what he has done. Now we have told him he doesn't have to go back to Nigeria, since we appreciate President Patrick Talon. They are still figuring out how the chief got released and Nnamdi Kanu is still being held. And that gives them a lot of concern. Good night.
Love you.
I love you too.
Have a nice night.
I'll do. So you found one here deep. Kill a shitty if you read. But jurisdiction Nigeria Kolotemu chief. It was in the jurisdiction of Benin Republic. It might be a small country, but they have rules and they have laws that works better than Nigeria. And I remember when Chief said that everything is going to go and they will be moving to Germany within the next few days. And they released that music where he was dancing. And many people were just dancing, didn't know that Chief was heading back to Germany to meet his children after 2 years. And it told you pé a lọ báyìí àti today a lọ báyìí for 2 years. He was stuck in Benin Republic. He could not travel. So ọpẹ́ lọrẹ wa gbà, ọpẹ́ ni ká máa dúpẹ́. So we don't need to be bitter. The death has happened to those that died. We cannot reverse that. Àwọn tó kù ká máa dúpẹ́. The plan táwọn náà ti lé fún wa, mo lè sọ gbogbo ẹ̀ lórí show, kò ń ṣe interface disclose lórí live program. The plan gangan tán ní fún wa ojú tí ẹ̀yin gan lè máa wò pé ṣe gbogbo tó lè sílẹ̀ fún wa lélẹ̀. Ṣe rántí pé a máa ń gbọ́ tàn kan tó máa ní tó bá fẹ́ mú elephant àbí elephant yẹn, I can't remember the story now, you know, the way mo ṣáà pọn ní wọ́n máa dig ilẹ̀ wá wá tẹ́ nílé lórí elephant yẹn wá máa bọ̀ akọ̀ jábọ́ sínú ẹ̀. Ó ju bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ní tó fi ṣe fún wa. So ẹ jẹ́ ká dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run. Mùsùlùmí nìyẹn ṣáà máa dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Christian nìyẹn máa dúpẹ́. What God cannot do does not exist. What God cannot do does not exist. Ẹ máa jó, ẹ máa yọ̀, ẹ máa forin sí ká fi máa ṣèdúpẹ́. Ẹ̀yin oníṣẹ̀ṣe ni àbọ̀rú àbọ̀yè, ẹ máa ṣe ìdúpẹ́. Plan tó lé sílẹ̀ ó ju tẹ́yìn kọ̀ rọra takọ̀ gbogbo ṣẹ́rí gbogbo takọ̀ ṣe ń tẹ́yìn gbọ́ yẹn ẹ̀. A lot is declassified, or classified rather, that should not even get into close to you or even the nearest person to me. Serious classified. Because their agenda ojú tí ẹ̀yin gan tẹ̀lé mọ́ lọ. Ẹ bá mọ agenda tó ní. So for me today, I just, I mean, yeah, it's emotion and all that, but we give thanks that this man is still alive. Àti gba Yorùbá nation, ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ dúpẹ́ pé lè wà life. And bàbá ìdẹ wà life. gbogbo àwọn tó kú náà dẹ̀ wà live yàtọ̀ sáwọn tí for one reason or the other they died naturally or for one reason or the other they died along the course of Yoruba nation. That's all. Ó deep ju bí ṣe ń sọ yìí lọ. Ó dẹ̀ lè tú fún mi kò ń ṣe tí mo lè sọ síta. So jẹ́ ká kọ̀ra fìlẹ̀. I just mo kàn fẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ the consequence of irú ọjọ́ ìní ìpín ká dúpẹ́ ni. So if anybody says Chief hasn't done well, I beg you, please just do more than what Chief has done. And I would appreciate you. Mo kí yín sà ní gbogbo California. Mo máa kí yín láìpẹ́ yìí. Gbogbo yín bàbá mi. Èmi àti olóyè máa wá sí US. Ta máa gba hall. Ta máa meet and greet. But to UK, October. And if you want to put your own support to the KOIKIMEDIA to support the contribution of Chief coming to UK, you have to make sure that you specify it is £5, £10. I'll be putting it over to the bulk. I will send it to the committee. But over one the bulk, I send it to the committee, and every penny will be sent to the committee for the purpose of Chief visit. It's going to be very, very fantastic. Oku Oshu Meta Lati Oshu Chief from born in UK. His official visit. I have not. The Yoruba World Media will announce it officially. But on the KOIKIMEDIA, we will raise money to support that project for his visit. So gbogbo tó lókàlùkù yín bá ní kẹbẹ̀rẹ̀ sí bá wa ṣe contribution. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ní details mi ẹ specify ẹ pé fún visit olóyè ẹ reference ẹ tẹ́ bá ti make payment ẹ sọ fún mi tẹ́ bá share receipt. Whatever we raise, I will then hand it back today. But tó bá ṣe ń wá náà la mama because money is needed now to do certain things. You know, the meeting has been going on for the last 2 months or 3 months now. Every week, launch a meeting here with the committees. And the jingle, everything will popped out before the end of this month. There will be a dinner and there will be a rally in UK. I'll leave it for now like that. But let's be grateful that the Yoruba nation did not die on the 1st of July. Have you ever thought about that like that? Not probably, maybe, I don't even want to be using probably. But we are grateful. The movement could have died on that day if they were successful. Why do you think that the Biafra is still alive? They didn't kill Nnamdi Kanu. They could have killed him. Hey, Move. Okay. I am just telling you now. They could have killed Nnamdi Kanu as well. Because to that, a little bit. Because only Konodagbe in the airport, he didn't have anybody, no bodyguard, no person to say, hey, ha, who? Ìbáwá tẹ̀ ṣe ní olóyè lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ tó ṣì náwọn tó yẹ pé ta lè sáré ta sáré kígbe síta. So ẹ fọkàn abalẹ̀ ká dúpẹ́ fọlọ́run ká dẹ̀ máa bá movement yẹn lọ. It's a movement. Ìwọ tójú bá ń kàn pé fi gba country ó lè lọ tẹ̀lé àwọn ìjìnlẹ̀ Marcus. Àwọn náà ti gba country. So wọn náà ti ń run country wọn náà délé ti wà níta gan sef. Bí ọwọ́ tí wọ́n ń ṣe formation wọn, I don't know. I don't know what their government is doing, but I know that we don't have a country yet. We are still in a movement, and that movement is solid. That I can assure you that. The movement why was solid. They felt it, they are still feeling it, and they don't know what to do with us. Meeting táwọn governors yẹn ṣe láìpẹ́ yìí, there is something behind it. They are trying, to tell you, kò sí Yorùbá nation mọ́. But wọ́n mọ̀ pé tẹ́ni ìbá ṣì wà, tí bàbá yìí ṣì wà, tí gbogbo wa ìta wà lórí platform ìbá ṣì wà, Yorùbá nation ṣì wà. Ṣèyí Mákindé ò lè wè mí gan lójú kó sọ fún mi pé kò sí Yorùbá nation. Ẹni mi mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, wọ́n bí bá bẹ́ẹ̀ dá kó wò mí lójú kó sọ fún mi pé Yorùbá nation mo sí. And all other governors, wọ́n bí bá bá wọn dá kó wò mí lójú kó sọ pé kò sí Yorùbá nation. I am waiting for them in London. Kí n pàdé wọn kí n sọ pé governor sọ pé kò sí Yorùbá nation mọ́. Arẹ́rìn ni. Aláìsímọ́ bí láìláìsílá wà. Wọ́n bí bá bá wọn dá kó sọ fún mi pé kò sí Yorùbá. Kó wò mí lójú pé Koiki kò sí Yorùbá nation mọ́. Ẹni kó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Kájọ pàdé kájọ wúra wa lójú. Kí Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún sọ fún mi pé kò sí Yorùbá nation mọ́ pé a disown. Mo sọ pé Igboho èmi Ọláyọmí Kóìkì. Wọ́n tó bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n tó bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ ṣe máa ní kò sí Yorùbá nation. Ṣé tápà nìyí ni? Oh no, kò ṣe tápà mo fẹ́ sọ. Ṣé Fúlàní nìyí ni? Mo ṣe tápà mo fẹ́ sọ Fúlàní. Ṣé Fúlàní nìyí? Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ẹni kò sí Yorùbá nation. Ṣé kákọ̀ ra ọmọlúàbí ni wá. Bọ̀ mo sọ fún yín pé wọ́n ò lè wò mí lójú àwọn governors yín kó sọ fún mi pé kò sí Yorùbá nation. Ẹ ṣe máa ní kò sí Yorùbá nation. À ń bá yín jà ní àbá yín jà. Àwa ọmọ Yorùbá ní ọ̀rọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ó ti ní àtúntò yẹn rẹ̀ nípa fẹ́ independent wa. Èmi tí mo nípa Amẹ́ríkà ò tó bẹ́ẹ̀. Ó náà pé ẹ̀mọ́ mi ní nǹkan tí mò ń sọ. Ẹ jẹ́ gbẹ́yìn débi kan. Bọ̀ ẹ̀ sún laptop inú. That's what I'm trying to avoid. Bọ̀. Let me go to my Google. Mo kí gbogbo èèyàn ẹ má bínú pé mo dárúkọ látẹ̀kan, but we appreciate everyone that is with us. Gbogbo yín pátápátá ni mo kí láì yọ ẹnìkankan sílẹ̀. Ọba Elédùmarè ní ti gbogbo ìlànà tí gbogbo wa bá gbé dání kò ní fi wá sílẹ̀. Àṣẹdùmarè àdẹ́dẹ́lẹ̀ lérí. Ọlọ́run ló rìnrìn àjò. How many people have heard about the battle of the Somme? Mo lè má pronounce it dáadáa, ẹ má bínú. Somme. How many people have heard about that battle? The battle of the Somme. The Somme, yeah. This was during the First World War. How many people have heard about it? Ta ló ti gbọ́ nípa ogun yẹn rí? Ogun World War I. How many people have heard about it? As usual, I picked up my paper this morning, like I do every morning. And I will normally go on the silent and sing, and I don't want to stand up. And when I open it, I normally go to the history today, and I saw these, the battle that in 1st of July 1916. This was 2 years after the fraudulent amalgamation of Nigeria. Kele mọ̀ pé we have been in danger for a very long time by this crazy British system that kept us all in where we are today. So we now have to be looking at them as our godfather. We have to come and beg them for visa to come to UK. They have to tell us what to do and what not to do. Money ba wọn tó bẹ́ẹ̀ kó sọ fún wa pé kò ní sí Yorùbá nation. Ẹni mi ni mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. None of those European countries can say that. You know why I'm saying this? It will be very bloody. And it will bring casualties. And that is why I said, to avoid all that, we can just continue to push for negotiation, dialogue, and a peaceful exit, because nobody wants any casualties. We've seen too much casualties in the 60 years country of Oloshi, of independence. Tábàtẹ̀ mọ gbogbo jàmbá tí British ṣe fún wa láti 1914 títí dé 1960. We can just calculate from 1960 to date, we have all been in danger. But let me take you back to history, because history is always good to know. Because when you know the history, you will be feeling heavy inside you and dare any one of them to try to stop Yoruba nation and see what can happen to them. Because things have happened in the past that we must never allow to happen again as humanity, for the sake of humanity. But we are living in the world of demons and evil people that doesn't care how many lives will be lost. The 1916 Somme offensive was one of the largest and the bloodiest battles of the First World War between 1914 and 1918. That should never be repeated itself again. But we are witnessing all that happening today. Because humanity has been thrown into the ditch. Nobody cares about humanity anymore. Nobody cares. Because if they care about humanity, ṣé weapon ló yẹ ká máa produce jù ní gbogbo àgbáyé? Àbí how to make the lives of everybody to walk across the world? Because the world is big enough for everybody to live inside. But táwọn kan bá wá sọ pé this world, ilé ayé tọ̀dọ̀ tiwa yẹn, pé wọ́n ní jẹ́ ká gbé níbẹ̀, we will pull everything down. Ẹni máa kú, ẹni máa yè ni. Gbogbo ẹ̀ pátá la máa pull down so that everybody kúkú má gbádùn ẹ̀. Ibi tọ́rọ̀ yẹn fi já sí nìyẹn. Tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ti gbà, kárọ̀ra máa lọ níwọ̀nba tá à ń sọ fún yín. Bíkọ́ tẹ́ bá ní ẹ̀sìn lórí tí à ń jẹ gbogbo wa. Mọ́mí mi kan pè mí láti outside London. Ọkọ wọn wà Nàìjíríà, ìyàwó wà London láti bí almost 7 years. Báwo ni ìyá ẹ̀ ṣe ń sùn tó sọkùnrin lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́? Ẹ̀ ní ṣoríire. Ẹ̀ ní ṣoríire gbogbo ẹni tó bá sọ pé ànígbà Yorùbá nation. Ẹ̀ ní ṣoríire. Kí lẹ mean by that? What kind of life is that? Wọ́n fọkọ yẹn ní visa mu láti wọ London. Kábíyèsí ní Dùmarè. Let's just prepare for maximum ọdún kan ní gbogbo ẹ̀ máa fi ní gbòs lórí M1. Ọdún kan ní. Lẹ́yìn ọdún kan kò ní sí kankan tó ń jẹ́ Nàìjíríà mọ́. So ìdààmú yẹn àtẹ̀dínkù díẹ̀ àwa máa tún tò a máa tún ṣà ibi tó bá kù sí a lọ máa ṣe peace talk láti amend the broken bones. bọ́ńtà fẹ́ ṣe nísìnyí pé kí n máa rọ́kọ̀ ya kó máa jọ agbádá àti ìyàwó ẹ̀ kí n máa rí Davido kí n máa rí Chioma kí n máa rí àwọn elite wa àwọn ọmọ Awólọ́wọ̀ àwọn dagbádá bolẹ̀ ìyà ń jẹ̀wọ́ o lè mu gàrí nínú ilé o lè jẹrẹsì o lè wọ́n lọ ra aṣọ lánàá ní àwọn fámìlì mi mò ń béèrè pé lè lọ́ra 9,500 naira kò ní dá fún ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń sọ pé ká má gba Yorùbá nation ẹni ṣoríire kí ni mo sọ ẹni ṣoríire oríire ò ní wọlé wá bá yín àfi tó bá jẹ́ pé ìyà ò jọmọ Yorùbá tó lóye fi dìde àti bàbá kí tó yẹ tí ìyà ò bá ti jọmọ Yorùbá ẹ ṣoríire bọ́ tó bá jẹ́ pé lótìtọ́ pé níyà ń jà àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tí wọ́n bá rówó sẹ́ndì sáwọn èèyàn kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló ń sẹ́ndì owó sáwọn èèyàn kan náà ọmọ tó bá mi ṣiṣẹ́ obìnrin kan wà láàrin wọn torí pé ó jẹ́ obìnrin a máa ń fún ní special treatment kó má bàa lọ máa dóko lóko níta tó ń ṣokó tiẹ̀. So sometimes we give preference to her ju àwọn tó kù lọ bàbí màá kọ́ send màá kọ́ sọ pé ilé ìkókò fi jẹun léde tó bá dọ̀la ọ̀nà àtúnṣe ìtòkù ṣé obìnrin mélòó ni mo fi máa fún lówó ẹ̀ obìnrin mélòó ni mo fi máa send lówó yẹn sí. sọtẹ́yìn bá wà tẹ́ ń send owó sáwọn kan ẹ máa rántí pé kò ń ṣe gbogbo ilẹ̀ lè send owó sí. You can only send to the ones that are close to you. What about the 30 million Yoruba people that are suffering today? And then the government. And the government are looking away as if, Umutanso could make sense. Let me remind you again. Èèyàn máa kú ṣe rí gbogbo òkúta ṣe ń rí yẹn ní Palestinian àṣòkútẹ tí ń kú tipẹ́ sọ gbogbo ẹ̀ náà sọ pé ọ̀nà kan la máa fi bí ọmọ yìí ọ̀nà kan ní ọ̀nà méjì ní ọ̀nà mẹ́ta ní a gbọ́dọ̀ bí Yorùbá nation òun nìkan ọ̀nà àbáyọ níbi tí ilẹ̀ dé lálẹ́ òun nìkan ní ọ̀nà àbáyọ anybody tó bá sọ fún yín pé kò ń ṣọ̀nà àbáyọ olórí burúkú ayé àtọ̀run ni wọ́n torí wọ́n mọ̀ pé ọ̀nà àbáyọ kan tó lè fún wa ní tó lè daṣọ bò wá lára kó bọ́ àṣírí wa torí inú òwòwò ni gbogbo wa jọ wà àtẹ̀ntó wà lábroad kí ni ìwúlò abroad wa tá wà tí à ń já àwọn èèyàn wa nílé kí ni ìwúlò abroad tó jókòó sí tí à ń já àwọn èèyàn nílé ó wá jókòó sí ìlú òyìnbó ó ní káwọn tó wà nílé máa lọ ṣàdúrà fún Nàìjíríà ó ní ṣoríire mo kí bàbá lẹ́kìtì àkó ayẹyẹ mi tí wọ́n pa wá lẹ́kún torí pé wọ́n fẹ́ yẹ ká máa sunkún nínú àwọn ìjọba yìí àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ ní sunkún à ń dúpẹ́ ni torí pé ẹ̀ẹ́rẹ́mí ẹ̀ torí tó wáyé pé ẹ̀ẹ́rẹ́mí ẹ̀ ni níta àsọkọ làwọn aṣọ lẹ́nu pépà Nàìjíríà mélòó lẹ́rí tó gbé ìlú mọ́sálà nǹkan kò sí humanity tí wọ́n bá ń rí owó fáwọn bíi méjì mẹ́ta máa rántí pé 30 million people wọn ò rí owó wọn ò dẹ̀rẹ́ ni fún wọn lówó foundation mélòó la fi set up ta fi máa fi gbọ́ bùkátà àwọn èèyàn ṣé foundation náà la máa fi set up ta fi máa fi gbọ́ bùkátà èèyàn lójoojúmọ́ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń ṣe mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín o ẹ má dáwọ́ dúró àmọ́ kò lè ràn tó wà nílẹ̀ we need a government tó máa represent wa tó máa ṣiṣẹ́ fún wa tá máa rán níṣẹ́ gbogbo bí tí mo kọjá lọ lénìí ẹ kúkú mọ̀ mí mo ti rìn káàkiri bí ẹ̀sùn oníwòlé mọ̀ ẹni máa dìbò Labour Party wọ́n ti gbé signboard síwájú ilé ẹ̀ ẹni máa dìbò Conservative ẹni máa dìbò Lib Dem Thursday yìí by Friday lágbára Ọlọ́run gbogbo tí bá ń ṣe èmi náà ń gbéra mi lọ sí Downing Street agbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ tó wọlé tó fi represent aráàlú ẹ̀yin wá wà nínú sísítẹ́ẹ̀mù bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ wá ń sọ pé ká lọ máa dìbò ìbò tó ní value fáwọn aráàlú nílùú tó ń pè Nàìjíríà yẹn ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ ro tọ̀la tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá tẹ̀ ro tèmi ẹ ṣe ń ro tara yín nìkan ẹ ṣe ro tẹlòmíì kí n tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ program ìyàwó mi ní kí ni máa jẹ mo ní tí mo ti jẹ lọ́sàn-án ti digest pé kí n máa yàgbẹ́ sílé mo ní mo ti fẹ́ jẹun ebi ò pa mí mo ní mo ti jẹun nígbà tí mo wọlé dé so kílẹ̀ yìí wá ń sọ fún àwọn tó wà nílé pé kọ́ lọ máa gbàwẹ̀ ṣé gbogbo wa la gbọ́dọ̀ gbàwẹ̀ ni ṣé gbogbo wa la fẹ́ ṣe pásítọ̀ ní right láti máa gbàwẹ̀ ọ̀sà ló máa fẹ́ pa ni tó bá yá torí tó o bá jẹun tó bá dé stage kan ọ̀sà ló máa dá sáré lára àwọn dẹ̀mọ́ tó fẹ́ fi gbà lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run má sọ pé ká lọ wá heaven àkọ́kọ́ ní the earth láti gbé kálàfíà dẹ́wà fún wa. mo ní kò ń ṣe léèmí ní casualties tí ń Paul lórí ìrìn àjò ilé ayé yìí ogun tó kọ́kọ́ máa jà ní World War I ní 1914 tí wọ́n dá Nàìjíríà òfò sílẹ̀ títí dé 1918 ṣé ọmọ èèyàn tó kú a sọ fún ẹ nísìn wọ́n jẹ́ kó yé wa pé ogun yẹn jẹ́ ogun tó mú ẹ̀mí lọ within 24 hours kíjà bẹ̀rẹ̀ nísìn nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà náà nísìn which is what we are avoiding ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹ̀mí máa pọ̀ ni is that not what we are trying to avoid pé ká má jẹ́ kó dìjà ká fọgbọ́n ṣe ká jù síbí ká jù sọ́hùn ká bá àwọn olóṣèlú sọ̀rọ̀ kó gbọ́ sí wa lẹ́nu ẹ wá ń sọ fún wa pé ẹnu gbogbo wa rùn so ẹnu tí yín nìkan ni kò rùn àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ẹnu tí yín rùn ẹ jẹ́ ẹran yín létí kẹ́ lọ sọ fáwọn olóṣèlú yín ẹ jẹ́ ẹran yín sí wọn go and tell each one of them pé o gbọ́ lórí ètò Koiki Media pé wọ́n ní nǹkan tó wà nínú history kò ń ṣe pé wọ́n ní ó wà lákọọ́lẹ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ eléyìí ṣe movie àfọláyàn wọ́n ń pogun kan ní ogun àkọ́kọ́ First World War the First World War mo kí lẹ́ǹkan ṣe gbọ̀nyìn méjì àwọn àtẹ̀bá wà lábẹ́ ètò kí bàbá lẹ́kìtì ọjọ́ burúkú ṣẹwà ọjọ́ burúkú lógun tó à ń sọ yìí ní 1916 but 1914 lọ ní ogun yẹn bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣe mọ̀ pé nísìn náà à ń sọ pé àfẹ́jagun àfẹ́ ogun àmọ́ wọ́n pùṣì Nàìjíríà lọ sí ogun tó dẹ̀ máa mẹ́mí tó pọ̀ lọ which is not necessary because tẹ bá ní ẹ̀san lórí pé ẹni gbọ́n kan tá à ń sọ torí pé àwọn West ń sọ fún yín pé ẹ lè afford kí Nàìjíríà pín nísìn nítorí kíni ṣèbá máa ní diplomatic tie pẹ̀lú gbogbo country tẹ̀ní pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ náà ni Yorùbá nation we have diplomatic tie pẹ̀lú Canada pẹ̀lú India pẹ̀lú Mali pẹ̀lú this pẹ̀lú that Biafra not the same Arewa the same àti any other countries tó bá pull out tìbí bó ṣe máa rí nìyẹn but ẹ̀yin ń gbọ́ sí àwọn yẹn lẹ́nu Amẹ́ríkà ò lè dárin àjò yìí dúró. Let's read again. The Battle of the Somme. The 1916 Somme offensive was one of the largest and the bloodiest battles of the First World War between 1914 and 1918. The opening day of attack níjọ́ àkọ́kọ́ tó kọ́kọ́ máa sọ pé gbàrà pé àwọn sójà àti sójà tó fẹ́ bára wọn jà was èní ló bọ́ sí 1st of July 1916 sorry which is expectation pé tó bá gbógun wá ká Ìgbòho mọ́lé á jà padà. Ó wá rí pé kò jà, kí ló fà á? Torí pé Ọlọ́run nínú. Ẹ imagine tí Ìgbòho bá yìnbọn níjọ́ yẹn, gbogbo àwọn ará àdúgbò yẹn pátá ló máa wá, wọ́n máa pa gbogbo yín pátápátá. Kódà bí street mẹ́ta ló máa ní kó pa. Wá dẹ̀ ní tó lóye ṣe, ó pa sójà kalẹ̀. Ṣé mo pé wọ́n mú evidence pé nígbà tó wá o, Ìgbòho yìnbọn padà fún wọn, ó wá pa sójà mọ́lẹ̀. Àmọ́ àwọn pààyàn méjì sínú ilé yẹn. Kò dẹ̀ ṣe pé àwọn méjèèjì yẹn wọ́n yìnbọn fún àwọn tó wá. Every one of them ló surrender. Pé ó dá, ẹ má yìnbọn. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ wá mú wa ni, ẹ má yìnbọn náà, kí lẹ̀ yìnbọn sínú ilé fún láì ṣe training ground. Bọ̀ nítorí pé ìtọ́ sọ fún wọn ni pé ẹ make sure pé push wọn kán yìnbọn padà fún yín. Àwọn òkúta gbé wá láti ta, ẹ wá tẹ̀ wọ́n sílẹ̀ lẹ̀. Because if the gun was shot back, àwọn sójà tó ti pa àtàwọn èèyàn tó ti wọ uniform fún akọ̀kọ̀ wọn sójú títì ni wọ́n á ní Ìgbòho ló pa wọ́n, wàá dẹ̀ pa gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ládùúgbò yẹn. Ọlọ́run á sọ fún Ìgbòho pé ó níbọn tó fẹ́ fi bá wọn jà, ìwọ ṣàṣọ fọ́nà kó take control, and that's all. Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ take control. The opening day of the attack, the 1st of July 1916, saw the British Army. Nigeria Army lágbára. I just wonder how some of you are so, thinking that the federal government might. Okay, the federal government might. Okay, no problem. They have everything, no problem. But on the 1st of July 1916, do you know how many British soldiers died within 24 hours of that war? On the 1st of July 1916, saw the British Army sustain 57,000 casualties. The bloodiest day in its history. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń push Tinubu, ẹ sọ fún President Tinubu pé kò dialogue. We love him, kò dialogue. Kó má jẹ́ kí wọ́n gbé ẹ̀jẹ̀ lé lórí, because that is what the North are doing. Convincing him and telling him he should not allow the breakup of Nigeria. It will be bloody. There will be casualties. Ẹ̀yin ló jọ lójú, kò jà wá lójú mọ́. Over 40,000 people have been killed by Israel in Palestine or in Palestine, and about 80,000 people are currently looking for what to be treated with. Tikosi, the whole hospital has been destroyed. But do you know that the world rally around Palestine? Ṣé mo pé àwọn èèyàn tẹ́ sọ pé ọ̀rọ̀ Hamas mọ́ nísìn, àná ẹ̀ ń pa àwọn èèyàn làwọn èèyàn sọ nísìn pé kí ló dé? Imagine American students shutting down universities. Àwọn tó wà l'America, they can confirm this. American students are shutting down their universities and saying that ẹlòmíì ò mọ àwọn Palestine yẹn rí o, but on humanity's sake. So ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń sọ pé Nigerian government go deal with every one of you, olóṣì ọ̀dẹ̀ òmò tó ń pè ní history. Tell Nigerian government that the First World War, the British lost 57,000 casualties. Ọ̀pá wọn dànù. Kí ni mo sọ? Ọ̀pá wọn dànù. And it is known as the bloodiest day in the history. But the campaign finally ended in the mid-November after an... Did you see it? Did you see it? Close the door, please. After an anguishing 5-month struggle failed to secure a breakthrough. So why do we need to get to the stage of boss? Before we can dissolve Nigeria, which is dissolvable, which has expired, which is not working, which is not truthful, which is not helping anybody. But because some of you are still chopping inside Nigeria, so you are now thinking that because those of you chopping inside Nigeria, you will use that to scare those of us because you want us to come and chop. Maybe we don't want to chop, and some of you now think, oh, shut up, you cannot do anything. Nigeria will exist. There will be casualties. There will be casualties. And that is what we are trying to avoid. Because our faith is that Jenny Kokosile. Our faith Kokon. Not that we could not have done something in the last 3 years. They pushed us, and they went further to push us on the 1st of July 2021. Buhari and Yemi Osibajo and all their security architects and some Yorubas to execute Igboho right inside the house. The kind of firepower to Igboho Sinule, you'll be wondering whether we are not at war. And that is why I say today is just for us to be grateful that all their mission failed right inside Igboho's house. Yes, we lost 2 people. Let me tell you again. If your mama and feel that Nigeria is so powerful. Okay, and Jennifer. Nobody is disputing that Nigeria is not powerful. But tell Nigerian system, government, that the World War I, the British lost 57,000 of their soldiers in 24 hours. And it is still known as the bloodiest day in the history. Nobody wants such to happen again. And this is why this elderly man has proven himself as a true leader, that our Yoruba nation will come without any casualties. So the question then is, how do we get it without casualties? We continue to engage. How soon, how long that will take, I don't know. But when we are then all ready with a new formation, with a new push out, with the support of the Creator and this man, the Yoruba nation will come. But not on social media. Yoruba nation is not going to happen on social media. That is why it is quiet. That is why we say, hey, don't go come on. It's because you cannot lead yourself, but you need him. We need him. And if we're going to need him, we've got to rally around him in our millions to prove that we are now ready again. Parti Shetan. We will then all rally around again. Àtẹ̀yìntẹ́ ti ṣọ́kò lọ, àtẹ̀yìntẹ́ ṣì wà pẹ̀lú wa, gbogbo wa pátápátá. Message into mo kàtọ́ yẹn, òní mo post on Facebook, and I'll post it on my timeline now. Fẹ́ni tó bá gbọ́rí, gbogbo yín ni mo ké láìfẹ́ nìkankan sílẹ̀. Ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa, ẹ má bínú, ilẹ̀ ti ṣú lọ́dọ̀ wa, àmọ́ yín dẹ̀ ti sùn, ẹ má bínú sí mi, ẹ má bínú yín tẹ́ wà lórí laptop, ẹ má bínú, mo sorry gan. Àwọn apá manage studio wa ni àjọra manage ẹni. So lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa, ẹ ṣé gan ni Mr. Razak, Allah with every one of us. Ẹ má ká lose up, ẹ má ká give up, ẹ má ká wò pé àwa tá à ń ṣe àpọ̀, ẹ má wò pé àlówó lọ́wọ́, àlówó tó àwọn Dangote, àlówó tó àwọn Tẹ́dọ́là, but I need voice and any strength. But voice èmi nìkan ò lè ṣe. Tèmi nìkan bá jáde nísìnyí ní London tí mo ní Yorùbá nation kò ní lọ sókè dáadáa. Ẹ jẹ́ kí bí a bí 20,000 Yorùbá nation ṣe rí pé ohun yẹn máa jáde dáadáa. There's gonna be a Yoruba Day outing that I've been informed and I'm aware of. Coach kan péré lọ́nà gbà, I believe is happening. There will be a flyer here. The coach lives from Woolwich, heading out to is heading out to a beach via Brighton or somewhere around there. I can't remember now. So if you're interested, we have put out the link. Please, all you need to do is just follow the link and you can use that to register. It comes in a 5-star. You'll be given a food. Oúnjẹ tẹ́ fẹ́ jẹ gan ẹ ti sọ nínú link here. I think it's about £55, which is an outing for Yoruba people that are interested, for such. Then in Ibadan, they are going to have what they call the annual Ifa and Orisha Festival. The last year one KOIKIMEDIA team was there. We will be there this year as well. Brother wa Babawa Babalawo Ifawuyi Ifajimi is very popular on the Facebook. Will be the one anchoring that. I don't think they put a date. I have to ask him now. Okay, date one, Bema Binu. So this is coming on Thursday. Order of event Thursday, 11th of July 2024, which is 10 days from today. Egbe Apeshiment. Am I beginning by pronouncing that? Then Friday, the 12th of July, Orisha Ibeji Atifa Apesiment. Then Saturday, 13th of July, the general party and entertainment. Then Sunday, Ifa reading and consultation. We are not here to sell any religion or anything to anybody. Ifa is part of who we are. Christianity is also part of what we are. We cannot take it out of ourselves anymore. People want to be Christian, leave them alone. People want to be Islam, leave them alone. Don't force any religion on anybody. Moki Professor me, and happy belated birthday. I'm sure I greet you on your birthday. I'm not going to mention his name. I'll just leave it like that. These are our elderly, respected, in the healthcare sector in the UK. He's a professor, not professor by certificate or called Torah, Professor Tokawi. He has done a lot and is still doing a lot. We are grateful to have them, especially when they are here listening to us. That's why sometimes, I'm trying to be very, conscious with my utterances. I've been on another level. And I've been told not to curse anymore. And I think everybody's enjoying the program. I don't curse anymore. But the politicians, I'm going to curse you. Until I see the truthfulness in you to say, Koiki Loto, Yoruba Nation Lafe, Kosin Kokonto Mashele. And that's why I say, to beko wo mi loju. kó má tẹ̀tí jẹ́ Igboho kó sọ fún mi pé kò sí Yorùbá nation mọ́. I know what I can do with each one of them, but we don't need all that. But tell them that 57,000 British people died, their soldiers, within 24 hours. This day in 1916. Ẹ kọ́ fi ẹ̀mí ṣòfò ní Nàìjíríà pẹ̀lú àwọn sójà. Tẹ́ bá lọ ń push wọn pé wọ́n máa defeat àwọn èèyàn. No, we don't need war. It's a disaster. And that is why we are doing everything in the last 3 years. They keep pushing until they went to attack Igboho. Because that was part of the agenda. Attack him, let him kill 3 or 4 soldiers, and then we will tell the UN and the World Bank and this and that and say, Igboho na criminal. And the spirit told Igboho, you don't have anything to fight with. Leave the fight for me, but I will take you out of this place. Don't ask me how he left, okay? Gbogbo tí mo sọ látẹ̀ nǹkan báwo ni Igboho ṣe escape kúrò nulẹ̀ tọ́lọ́pàá méjì bá wá kẹ́ mọ́ nulẹ̀ ìwọ náà escape kò wá ṣàlàyé fún wa bó ṣe escape, okay? Kò wá ṣàlàyé fún wa. So those are the events coming up, which I just want to appreciate every one of us, and let us hold firm. Let us keep the push going. And let us stick to what we want. I am not going to be deviated with anything. There's a lot of things that are out there. Mine is to come out and say Yoruba Nation is the only way forward. Yours is either to agree or say no. But for you saying no, you have to prove to me how you want Nigeria to continue to exist with the way things are going in the country. Is it the food inflation, the insecurity, and many things that we can't. Because let it show. I mean, from my end here, because my children are sleeping already. On Saturday, 4 suicide bombers straight into Borno State, killed many people, many injured. I'm sure many of us saw the news. But we don't remember. Let's not think like that. They are human beings that want to live a life like you and me, but they are being disturbed by another human being that wants to wipe every one of us. And this is where we must all say no. We will not accept such. Because what I want us to say is that we listen to America. If you listen to America, you're listening to America on your own. America did not even release a statement until the following day. Would American lose 18 of their own children and no response from their government until the next day? I don't think American government will do such. But it is Nigeria, 200 million. If 18 people died, life doesn't end, and that's it. But these are human beings. So if the North cannot defend themselves, let's say Yoruba Nation, we will go and defend them and make sure that they are also liberated. But think about how we're going to be liberated. How do you want to go and defend somebody else? You first have to liberate yourself before you can go and liberate others. So like I said, 1st of July like this is just for us to appreciate God for His mercy and for His guide that Igboho was not killed on the 1st of July by the former government of Muhammadu Buhari and Yemi Osibajo. Government of Muhammadu Buhari. We are grateful that as much as it was a very bloody day, regardless of how bloody it was, the most important person that should not have been attacked was attacked. But like somebody said, he escaped with the help of God because he's fighting a just cause. Thank you so much, Nathan. And that's it. Don't ask me how he escaped. He escaped because God was on his side. And that is why the north, and when I mean the north, I'm talking about the Fulani part of the north. To date, they are still very, very surprised that this man is still alive. So what we can do before I start winding the program down, I appreciate one or two of you, is to continue to pray for him and his family, that God should continue to guide and be with them. Koma fi wọ́n sílẹ̀ rárá. Ẹ má bínú, mo ṣe rí mẹ́sẹ̀gì nísìnyí, ìyá mi comfort ológunjà, because I didn't read the comment earlier, but I'm going to pick some of the comments. So ẹ jẹ́ ká pray fún family Olóyè Igboho. I've just spoken to him once today because somebody from Nigeria, one of our followers like this, wanted to hear his voice, and I said, okay, why not? And I called him, and ẹni ẹ ló tẹ̀ ń ṣàdúrà fún wọn, èmi náà ṣàdúrà kékeré. So gbogbo ìtẹ́ ṣe fún wọn, whether you have privilege to hear his voice directly or not, Igboho appreciate every single body, everybody. Whether you agree with him, whether you're a member of the APC, PDP, whether you are just one person that cannot even tolerate him because he talks too much, and that, it doesn't matter. Igboho loves every one of you. I can assure you that. So yeah, me comfort me. I think CSI should press charges against Ijile for the nonsense he's saying about him. The time is now. There will always be more time, I'm sure, Grandma. So CSI should charge Ijile to court for all he's saying right now. Like I said, you know, Ijile is just a nutter. He will get tired because they're going nowhere. Whatever they are saying regarding they have a country, everybody knows that is completely nonsense. Imagine telling a professor now that Professor, I'm at Igba country. I'm sure the professor will call me to Koiki. I think I now have to examine you. Tell them, Mufi Kubuto Shewa Nama. Well, it once or anything, Konoma mo. So money let examine it. So don't listen to that nonsense that they have a country and all that rubbish. So the world is much more advanced than that today. Maybe 30 years ago, but for somebody to tell you we have a country at Inadele, that is nonsense. There is no Yoruba nation country yet. We are praying. We are very, very hopeful. Some might tell you the other thing. Some might say, it's not going to happen in 20 years. Well, everything will be pulled down. That's what I would say. And there will be casualties. If you're one of those thinking it's going to be 20 years, everything will eventually be pulled down by force, and there will be casualties. Like there was casualties during the World War I with the 57,000. Nobody wants that, so don't let us go to that area. But don't think it cannot happen. It might not even be from the Yoruba nation. That's the mistake most of you think. Like I said, some of you have seen the story already. There was some huge catchment of firepower, weapons that came into Nigeria again from Turkey. I don't know why Turkey. I don't know, but it might not be Gile. It might just be that we have so many, enemies. Jeremy Corbyn, a very strong guy, is contesting as an independent. Labour will win at the What try go? I might try. I might be to divert. So, okay. So what I'm just trying to say is that let me just say that the situation where many might not understand that what is being pushed out in Nigeria right now, there's also some Western agenda. The Western agenda is to destabilize Africa, most important Nigeria. And by doing that, it will affect the Yoruba people. So when I'm saying casualties and all that, I am talking from the side where those that are pushing the agenda knows that the Yoruba people are now reminding themselves, they are telling their people who we are, why we need to come out of Nigeria. But they are doing what they can now do to make sure that the whole country does not, is ungovernable. And if you have a country that is ungovernable, then what more do you have in that country? Nothing. So the Western agenda is there as well, you know, to push everything and bring it down. So I'm just reading some of the headlines from Sahara Reporter. You can also follow us on our own platform as well. Intelligent failure has led to the terrorist attack in Nigeria, and Tinubu's government lacks ideas. Tinubu, like I told you, is a weak element. He doesn't have... Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much. Labour is going to win in Epsom area. Okay. All right. Interesting. Thursday, I got my ballot paper. No ballot box will be burnt down. No agbiru. No amota. Everybody will go peacefully from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Go out and vote if you live in UK. It is your right to vote. Make sure you do so, like I will be doing, and I'll be recording as well, hopefully, on that fateful day. Now, this is the story I want to tell you before I go, because I'm a bit tired myself tonight, so I just have to end it now. We've done 2 hours. Nigerian custom intercept container of arms including 844 rifles worth 4 billion naira from Turkey. Somebody has gone to Turkey, paid 4 billion naira, brought in this into Lagos. Was it into Lagos he was coming from? I will find out now. Told custom that they are bringing puff, and eventually is catchment of weapon. Where is it going to? Who owns them? What is the purpose? So the country is not secured. There's a lot, you know. They're catching this one. What about the one that have gone into Nigeria from the Niger border, that comes into Nigeria and the northern borders, that nobody cares to check? In Nigeria, they're driving the trucks loaded with weapons straight into Nigeria. No custom to check. And if there's a custom there, they just bribe them because they are sinful, Hausa, or whatever they are. If any Yoruba... Do you know that the Yoruba man, last week, towards the end of last week, he even sent a video for me that I should watch and do a documentary, talk about it. Cameroon. How many people remember that our Yoruba brother that was in a custom? I just want to see if everybody remember him. Can't remember his name now, but his communication with me, we spoke together last week. Do you know that they've not resolved his case? I'm surprised. Tinubu ni president. It's unbelievable. Tó jáde tó ní ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ máa gbé epo kọjá, ẹ̀ máa gbé epo kọjá. Ṣé máa kó wọ̀ tí soft case ẹ̀? His case is not yet resolved. That tells you how powerful the Northerners are. I can tell you, officially, that case is still ongoing. The power to be a pressing button. None of them are in the prison as I speak to you right now. He is not in the prison himself, but the case is like has been thrown into the dustbin. I'm telling you. That's the message in me. So I wonder when some of you come out and say you want to fix Nigeria. And I'm even shocked that we say we have Tinubu there that could have looked into the case. But Tinubu is the weak element, because those behind it are those small, they are powerful people. bí àwọn lọ́rọ̀ àbọ̀n wọlé tó fi destroy government Tinubu. You are dealing with multiple problems in Nigeria. Èyí tó ju wá bá rí nìkan là á lè sọ, but there are some as well tọ́níkà wa náà máa sọ síta. Kọ̀tà bá ti sọ síta wọ́n máa mọ sọ́ọ̀sì tó ti jáde lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. There are some things that if I say it right now, they will pin it back to the source and they will close that channel and we've lost our contact inside that channel. But I can tell you that these are our brother that came out and shouted, I don't know whether any of my KOIKIMEDIA team, but I'm going to tell them tomorrow. I'll tell the brother to send me the video. I'll remind you the video again. I'll play the video. Hopefully, God's willing, inshallah, Lórúkọ Jésù Kristi Lọ́la. Because some people, there are a lot of things happening in Nigeria that we are going to forget what happened last year. This, my brother, na Yoruba man, whether he's still in the custom or not, doesn't matter. His case is not yet resolved in the Nigeria today, even with the new government, even with a change of guard, which is President Bola Tinubu. Are you sure Tinubu is in control of Nigeria? I'll leave that for you. The service arrested 3 suspects who are currently in custody, and through investigation, and a thorough investigation is ongoing to ensure all those involved face the full wrath of the law according to the Nigerian Customs Services. So what do we know about these? 844 rifles and 112,500 pieces of live ammunition was intercepted. Promoted for where? This my brother, they joke. You dey whine me like Zazu. You dey play. The person when they never sort in case, even salary they don't pay them anymore. Everything don't get stopped. Crown Corps. Good evening, my brother. Yoruba Nation not going back. Shall I feel ever? Promotion care. The person where they never Muki my grandma and grandma. Yeah, comfort Ologunja. Easy Muki. Maki will win this in Kito Malo because I'm tired already. But Mukofisari Kaile. Then tomorrow we start again afresh. Okay, this was stopped at the Oname port in Rivers State on Monday, where all the items were seized. So who is bringing these 844 rifles into Onome port? Remember that there is Fubaru and Wike. They are fighting. Remember that they have a lot of Dawn and one into oil bunkering. Ṣáwọn lè ra àbọ̀n kan gbé wọlé ṣá through normal port, àwọn máa gbé wọ́n through omi ni. The amount of weapon tó ń bẹ nínú Nàìjíríà lénìí tó lúkálukú stop pamọ́. Do you know that àwọn tó ń ṣọ́ bunkering, they have bastard money? I'm not talking about salary dokubo. There are many of them. Àwọn ọmọ ìjọ yẹn ní táwọn fi ń jẹun nìyẹn. And that's the contract that Ibagani was looking forward to, that he did not get. To secure the pipeline, it involves a lot of money. You'll be paid by the federal government monthly in billions of naira. In Tasarito Kubofinja, there's another guy like that, anyway, I can't remember a lot of them. Grandma Buta Mokwe. So the oil bunker is a big business in Niger Delta. They don't bomb military go inside that place. They won't die. And those ones, I can tell you, they are not interested in the breakup of Nigeria for now. I can just tell you that. How do I know? Don't ask me. But they are not interested in the breakup of Nigeria right now. Pastor the Obruku alo my boys in. You be down in John, listen here. And that's what they told us. I'm interested in breakup of Nigeria. I want Jemulati. Kọ́kọ́ gbogbo Nigeria náà mi lọ síbẹ̀. Apàṣégè sí wọn lára ni. Kí ni mo fẹ́? Apàṣégè sí wọn lára. Ní tó wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn boys yẹn. Ẹrù burúkú dò. Ṣáà kí n ra dé mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn bàbá Don gidi. Nigeria is a big done country, and that's why people don't want it to break. Àwọn ò ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn yẹn. Niger Delta ni wọ́n. Epo wà lọ́dọ̀ tiwa nísàlẹ̀ Londo. Ìjẹ́bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé àwọn olówó behind it. Gbogbo wa ń struggle. A lè fọwọ́ sẹ́nu. Àwọn èèyàn wọn wá sórí social media. They do give away. Koiki used to do give away now. Give away lè mo fi máa fún yín. Ṣé mo lè máa fún yín ní give away 1 million? Ṣé mo ní owó yẹn? Máa fún yín 5,000. Ẹ fi jẹun lálẹ́ yìí. Tó bá tó dọ̀là. Ẹ tún máa wá ẹni tó tún máa ṣe give away. When we need a system, we need a government that works, that can support everybody. Tó lè sọ wá dolówó. Tó lè jẹ́ ká jẹ́ èèyàn láyé. Easy mo kẹ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dáadáa. Jagaban, the weak element. Triple DRS mo kí mo ti fẹ́ máa dágbére díẹ̀díẹ̀ pé ń lọ nìyẹn ó dẹ̀ tún di ọ̀la lágbára Ọlọ́run ó ti rẹ bọ́dì báyìí. Ìyá mi kan fọ́tò ológun jà ní ìjìnlẹ̀ Marcus àìwọ́ àtàwọn ọ̀kan ní calling CSI murderer that he killed ọmọ bọ̀tà lórí burúkú ní ìjìnlẹ̀ àní kòkòrò rìn lórí ẹ̀ mo ti ráyè tẹ̀ olórí burúkú àtàyè rè olóṣì kò sí àwọn kan tó ń ṣe ní Turkey aláì mo kàn fi máa nọ́ọ̀kì Turkey yẹn nísìnyí ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń fi sílẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn wèrè àwọn òsínwìn Mr. Abiodun Monday mo kí yín so mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé ọjọ́ ẹ̀ní ọjọ́ ìdúpẹ́ ni ká kọ́ dúpẹ́ ẹ má kí èyàn kan má sunkún ọ̀rọ̀ wọ̀ gbẹkún mọ́ Ọlọ́run ti elevate movement after the July 1st ó ti elevate lọ́sọ̀nù dá so gbogbo àwọn tó wá ń jáde tá à ń rí àwọn wòlíì Ọlọ́run tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ nísìn igbe gbogbo wa ti dọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run má wàá condemn Christian má condemn Mùsùlùmí ẹ máa ń lọ sí ibi ìbàlẹ̀ tí lè ṣe but ẹ bá ti dé àwọn platform mi Christianity yẹn ẹ fi Christian sílẹ̀ ẹ fi Islam sílẹ̀ ẹ fi wọ́n sílẹ̀ lọ́rùn ẹ jẹ́ ká face common enemy wa tó jẹ́ àwọn Fúlàní àtàwọn olórí burúkú politician tí gbogbo yín dẹ́ àṣẹ pé mo lè máa ṣépè fún wọn kódà Prophet Nasiru láì ní ká ṣépè fún wọn èpè lọ́rọ̀ wọn need but tí Ṣèyí Mákindé bá jáde lénìí tí mo rí àpẹẹrẹ pé Yorùbá nation lọ́lá rẹ̀ màmá yín lójoojúmọ́ ni but for now wèrè ni wọ́n wèrè dè láwọn fi wo wèrè tí wọ́n ṣe fi why is Yorùbá not cooperating with Igbo lè ṣe táwọn Igbo ń ṣe in terms of ká máa ní sit at home àwọn yẹn wọ̀ ní dá wa lóhùn so we cannot do sit at home okay that's number one but what are they doing that we are not doing is what I don't understand. They have government in exile. We don't want to have government in exile. Àwa máa push tàn délẹ̀ ni. So they are doing their own thing. Let us be doing our own thing. But we are lying in terms of taba need the support to maybe lọ́jọ́ iwájú as things are going. Oh yes. But we have people that are against them because wọ́n fẹ́ gba Lagos and all that. Ìyẹn normal àwọn conversation nìyẹn. But in terms of the Yoruba and the Igbos that are pushing, our major jump pushing it. As far as I know today, the Biafra is not yet a country, but they are working towards it. Yoruba is not a country. So why are we now saying, sometimes the Biafra will come here, they will say, where's Igboho? You don't understand. So, so I don't know what you mean by that. We're talking. I can't be telling you what I'm communicating with Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa to survive by it makes sense now. Joe Biden something àti Rishi Sunak sọ fún mi ni. So there is cordial relationship between us, and that's all we can say. They don't have a country yet. We don't have a country yet. They know they kill Igbo people like that. They say Simon Ekpa page. So many people that they kill. The way they are killing Yoruba people. They know they kill Igbo people. They are killing Igbo people every day as well now. The Biafra Liberation Army have not been able to secure the whole of Southeast. Come and tell me it's a lie. Your people have still been killed. So don't come and defend what you cannot defend. your people are still being killed, even by the Fulanis. The numbers might not be as high, but they are being attacked on the farm. And I just saw something on Simon Ekpa just now. So, you know, so don't come and make it look like, oh, Yoruba people are being killed. What do you mean by Yoruba people are being killed? Igbo people are being killed. I'll tell you, I follow Simon Ekpa, and I'll tell you what was posted on his timeline. This is Simon Ekpa, and it says 3 hours ago, their mother was kidnapped by Hope Uzodinma, terrorist group in Imo State, by the Nigerian army for no reason other than for just terror. They should continue while the Biafra Liberation Army will the evangelism. So, you know, we are not stupid people here. We are very, very learned people. So, interconfirm ni pe kawa push out, because you need us as well. And I know how that works, but it's not for public consumption. Because a need one can push out. About push out, I find any strength. I know how that works now. So, okay, man, so far, Yoruba Nation are not doing anything. What do you mean by that? So, Yoruba Nation are doing, you know, so much, and there's so much pressure. Pressure, like one billion Molori. So, the way you guys are working in the southeast, continue to woto. While we continue the pressure from this side as well. So, Mukibu Walen can say, thank you so much, everyone. Let's call it a night. I hope you've enjoyed. You know, I've posted quite a lot of videos. I've been out all day, you know, with my journalism work. You know, I'm doing some project. You know, it has nothing to do with Yoruba Nation, but my own personal project that's taking me out of my house. You know, doing some recordings and all that. But hopefully in the near future you will be able to see some of those work. But for now, thank you so much for the love. If you want to support us, please, like I always say, we need your support, personal support for the media, so that we can continue to do much. We have a First Bank account, 30 96 80 88 48 309 680 8848. OLAYOMI KOIKI First Bank. It is a UK account, 040605 sort code, account 16906228. Is a tied account. If you're in America, PayPal, musakalam1@yahoo.com or Zelle. And if you don't have anything, just pray for me. I am the last man standing. Mokiwa Media as well. And on that note, thank you so much on the Twitter. 52 of you were there. Thank you so much, Keke Okuz, my brother. I love every one of you. We will not leave you alone. Like I promise you, I will be there when the real program starts. And you know what that means. I pray for everyone that is going through a very, very difficult time. Please do not commit suicide. Things are very tough outside and things are tough inside. Stay strong. If you have to beg, look, people beg me for things. I say I don't have it, and I pray for them that somebody else will be able to help them. Yes, lawn tennis is out, so the summer is fully back again. So beg, don't blame yourself for anything. We all have to blame Nigeria for what he has turned every one of us into today. So I don't do visa to UK. I don't do visa to any country. If anybody is telling you KOIKIMEDIA is doing one visa or the other, it is someone more gone here. I beg you, please. I don't do visa. I don't know how to do it. So, but the liberation is what I'm doing. And on that note, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of it. Everybody down here. So Adura Wagba, Mokibu Walen Konsio, Yoruba Nation are going back. Do you know how to sing the song? If you can, sing along with me. Ishewa funlewa, forile ibiwa, kagbega, kagbega, kagbega faleri. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé báti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹjẹ́ ká máa lépa. Ìtẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Bàbá Kítóyè, Igboho, all Yoruba, love you all. All hail Biafra, all hail Arewa, Ambazonia, Wales, Scottish, and everyone that wants to be free. There's a day of reckoning. It's getting closer. Good night. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much, those of you on the Twitter and the rest of you on the Instagram. Mr. Femi95, thank you so much. If I didn't mention your name, please don't be angry, upset. Thank you. Good night. Went to Milori Facebook, KOIKIMEDIA, the doer, Mr. Inde Usman, Alaja Fatima Mustafa, thank you so much. And as many of you that have joined us, Yawa Shade Shodainde Eshegoni, Mr. Omoyede Shegun, Adewale Adeyemi Bawani Alimosho, thank you so much. Egbomi Fapolunda, Mori commenting, Akim Ayodele, Abdullahi Akambi, Adebola Adoni Eshegoni, Moki William Gosio, America Adebayo Eshegoni, and one love to everyone and the rest of you. Good night.